Well, we missed the trail again. So, I grabbed my kid and set course for Huntsville, Tennessee to check out a prospective location for our next paranormal investigation, the historic Scott County Jail. Now this is an awesome place. Come tag along. Hey peeps. We're in Huntsville. Huntsville, Tennessee. And we're doing a little quick tour of this place here, which is the historic Scott County Jail. This is like a scouting mission because we're planning on doing a paranormal investigation here, and we wanted to come check it out. So yeah, gonna get started here and be back. So this is one of the first rooms in the museum, the history of the county and its sheriffs. And we got some old election posters, old newspapers. Oh, some weapons confiscated during arrests. So homemade weapons. Moonshine was a big thing back during the Prohibition days. Oh, she got the old fingerprint machine. There's a history of using the fingerprint. Pretty sweet. Camera equipment from back in the day. There's an audio tour that you can link with. And there are stops all around the building. It gives you a little story of each stop. This is stop number 4, and we're going to listen in on it. Be back, y'all. Okay, this is what is now the gift shop. But it used to be the kitchen where they would cook all the meals for the inmates. And they actually have paranormal gear for when they do overnight investigations. Some pictures. There's shirts for the 2 paranormal groups that are associated with the place. But we'll grab something from here on our way out. They also have a jail kitty who's around here somewhere. Okay, be back. Okay, we have another room here, and it's got a couple of drunk tanks. And this is the room where the inmate would sit to visit either family member or lawyer or anything like that. And this is like a little tribute room to fallen officers. And we got a board, all the different patches from law enforcement. So I donated a patch and I put them on this wall here. Pretty cool. Be back. Check this out. Okay, this says the original window bars. Did you know Historic County Jail is haunted? The handcuffs on these bars represent the paranormal investigators and teams that have spent the night in the jail. Our team's going to be on there soon. And we're going up to check out the jail cells. Unlike Brushy Mountain, where many areas are off limits, visitors have full access to almost all areas of the Scott County Jail. With the exhibits and stories all around you, you get the feel of being part of this historic place. You feel as if the building is telling you a story as you walk through it. It was totally cool.
He or she would be given 1 to 2 hours a day of exercise time. This exercise time could also be extremely dangerous for inmates, as feuds were common and rival inmates could use this time to attack each other if given the opportunity.
Okay, so we're going to stop on this floor first. Trustee cells and kitchen. Audio number 10. From the outside, the jail doesn't look very big, but it was built to house 50 people, though there were times up to 100 inmates resided here. And, in the early days, the sheriff and his family resided on the first floor. That must have been an experience. I couldn't imagine leaving my family here with some of the characters that once graced these walls back in the day. But this was a county jail after all, not a state penitentiary, though the Scott County Jail has far more character.
As you walk through these trustee cells, you will notice that each has several bunk beds upon which the inmates would sleep. Each of these cells would routinely hold up to 10 inmates.
They have their own shower too.
And each of these cells would also have a TV and a separate space for the restroom facilities.
So apparently these cells are for the more well-behaved, inmates. Oh, check out the kitchen. And they still have some new exhibits that are coming. And she said that Jesse James actually lived in this town for a few months and actually ran a business before he was killed in Missouri. And like I said, they have a lot of stories of some of the people who served time here. Whoa. Someone here. Just got some momentary activity. I entered this cell. Now it's gone. Oh, got her back and gone. Whoa, we got a spike. How's it going? Are you a resident of this facility? So we got something going on in here for sure. Okay, be back, y'all. Here's the story on this old news article from 1963 about Jesse James once being in this town for a short time. Okay, so we're going to go up to the next level. This is maximum security up here. This third level was added in 1922 to house maximum security prisoners. This upper floor, a later addition to the jail, definitely emitted a far different feel than the one below it. Being a maximum security section, the worst and the most dangerous inmates were housed here, and I could sense the different vibe. The layout of the cells and how they operated to keep the jailer safe is a testament to the types of individuals kept here. On the walls around you are stories of some of these people. It was all so fascinating. My daughter and I were totally enjoying our visit here.
With some cells holding 2 or 3 prisoners. You will notice that in one cell, it only held 1 prisoner. This cell was administrative segregation, and it was reserved for those inmates displaying violent or disruptive behavior and who could not be trusted to associate with general population. You will also notice that there's a jailer's walk between the jail walls and the cell bars. This walkway allowed the guards on duty to walk around the cells to observe the inmates within.
Cell graffiti. I don't know if for those that watched our hike video in Big South Fork, where we went in the no business area, we went to the Rance Boyd farm, and we went right here, and I told the story of Jerome Boyette. This was the jail that he was in when the mob came and broke him out and hung him. This is the jail that he was housed in. Wow. And they have some pictures throughout the building that shows the state of the building after it was abandoned. Show the state of disrepair that it was in, and to show how much they've fixed it back up since it's become a tourist attraction. Pretty wild. National Register of Historic Places. There's the paperwork on that. Okay, be back. Okay, so this cell right here that I'm standing in was the one cell that was for women. This was the women's jail cell. And we got some artwork and original graffiti from the inmates that were here, female inmates that were here. So this was the only spot that held female prisoners. Pretty neat. Be back. Okay, so that was the Scott County Jail. That's a little space. That's a little space. That's all they had for outdoor activities for the inmates here. Crazy. So yeah, that was neat. Small, but I actually think this is cooler than a Brushy Mountain. I love how it's set up. I love the old articles and the artifacts and stuff that they get. And the lady that runs it, and darn it, can't remember her name. She was awesome. You guys need to come check this place out. And this will probably, oh, I don't know, we're going to be, when we're in Gettysburg next week, we could hit some places there. But when we get back from Maryland, this place right here. So, anyways, check out our videos and subscribe to the channel. And keep your stick on the ice. Adios, y'all. We totally enjoyed stepping into history here at the historic Scott County Jail. As much as I've enjoyed exploring Brushy Mountain, here at the Scott County Jail, I was totally drawn into the spirit of the place. The owners have done an excellent job creating fascinating exhibits in all parts of this former jailhouse. I highly recommend coming to visit this amazing piece of history. So from our family to yours, we wish you health and happiness. We'll see you all out on the trail.